You are about to witness greatness because this comic book run was very iconic. We got to see the ties that bind actually let loose. We got to see the Shredder die and be reborn, a new man with a new purpose. We got to see Master Splinter die, but it's more complicated than that. First off, we need to pick off where we left off. The turtles were in danger. You see, Baxter Stockman, a mission by the Shredder, was about to put the end to the turtles and Master Splinter. But you see, this was the thing. Donatello was out of commission. His original body was still in a coma, and his android body was somewhere around. They had to protect the body and at the same time protect their lives. They had a choice to make. So Leonardo made the hard choice, tasking Raphael with the protection of their father. He stayed behind to protect Donatello's body with Mikey, but now they were broken off. He figured they will follow the more people, so he tasked Michelangelo with protecting Donatello, and he went off to protect his father, only for Michelangelo to hear a voice and realize it was actually Donatello in his cybernetic body. Now, he wasn't too worried about his organic body because he had a plan for it. He was going to teleport it to a safe location, and he did that quickly. Now, their focus was protecting their family. They were going to protect their father, but backup was needed. So they called Alopex and Nobody. Both of them were capable. They would be of great help. Casey's father, on the other hand, a piece of shit, was on his way to prison until he was broken out. But like I said, he does not matter. I'm sorry. I'm not covering his tail. Let's head back to the man of the hour, Shredder, and he was getting chewed out by his girl. Because this was very, very ridiculous. You not only brought a gaijin to solve your issue, your choices have also caused a rift inside of the foot. You need to correct it. He said, girl, know your place. And she said, okay. He needed to know what was going on. So he confirmed with Stockman, only to realize, yeah, the plan was going well. The turtles were tight in a corner, with the only real support being Donatello's cybernetic body. They were not safe here. They needed to move. This was the sewer after all, and they could swim, so they tried to step out. Donatello even morphed so his father could ride him like a boat. But you see, these flies were everywhere. Stockman planned for everything. They were going to drown some of them, while the rest of the turtles were just going to be abducted. I mean, Michelangelo was already airborne in seconds. Leonardo needed to make a move. Michelangelo or Raphael. Seeing as Michelangelo could actually breathe, he went for Raphael so his brother doesn't drown. And honestly, Michelangelo did not need help. He was Michelangelo. He could handle himself. Now, they had backup. Alopex and Nobody were here. They could stand their ground, all together like a family. Turtles, Robot, Mutant, Rat, all of them were about to be attacked. Stockman had won, or did he? Because in the middle of this attack, Karai was gone. She took the ninjas and she stopped the assault on the turtles. She went against Shredder's orders. Because in her eyes, this was dishonorable. The foot may be garbage, but they ain't rock like this. Nah. She came to make a deal with Master Splinter, and he took the time to listen. Go ahead, Karai. She made her deal, and he agreed. The Fugitoid, on the other hand, had rebuilt Donatello's shell, and they needed Mutagen to fix him. Someone brought it in. It was Leatherback. While this was good news, Baxter Stockman was losing his mind. Fuck you ninjas, man. God damn, I'm out. He couldn't even leave. Karai's arrow fucked up his system. Not only did she disrespect orders, she came back. You should have run, girl. Shredder was about to rip her a new one until Kitsune stopped him like, let's listen. I mean, this ain't no dictatorship, bruh. They follow you because they want to. So listen to her grief. And he listened. He let her cook because she, unlike him, didn't see the foot as just a tool for revenge. She wanted them to be more honorable. If he wanted to defeat Splinter, he should go at it head first. No cunny shit. No side missions. Straight up battle. And Splinter agreed because right there and then he said it in front of everyone. I challenge you, Oroku Saki. Shredder said, what the fuck? Kill this prick. Katsune said, nah, this is perfect. Win your leadership with your fist, bro. You got this. Don't even sweat. So he agreed. I mean, why not? Baxter Stockman left the room like, nah, you guys are sick in the head. The gauntlet was about to begin. His 4 versus Shredder's strongest 4. The followers who do battle, and the side that succeeds will in turn face off with their master against the opponent. So yes, it was about to be a madness. Both sides were ready to do battle, and then the fight began. It was savagery. The turtles were here to kill, and Donatello wielded a body of weaponry. Raphael was going crazy. Everyone was doing their part. And the only cheerleaders they had was their masters, screaming from the sideline, guiding them on how to win this battle. It was basically chess. Splinter had better tactics, but the Shredder's warriors were more ruthless. So they took the first bout until the turtles decided, nah, we ain't pussies. So they stood up. Donatello, using his cybernetic body, unleashed cover fire. Master Splinter advised against head-on battles. So they changed their tactics. They started moving slick, aiming for the weaknesses of the enemy, just like their father. You see, over time, as they fought, we see the history between the Shredder and Splinter. He had taken his sons from him before. This was not a first time. This time was going to be different because, yeah, they had more of a reason to fight, especially because Bebop and Rocksteady were the ones that crippled Donatello. So the fight was raging on. From Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Robot Donatello, they fought. But as I said earlier, Shredder's mutants had too many buffs. Regardless though, they found a way to come out on top because the tactics were just sound. Realistically, Donatello was the tiebreaker. He knew what he had to do. Fuck this robot body. Self-destruct. He used it to knock Bebop and Rocksteady to their ass as his main body came forth, fully healed, fully ready for action. Now, it was time for the final stage, and Shredder chose the roof, the perfect location to end the feud between brothers. Seeing the night sky, the turtles were going to go first, then their master, and they were bloodthirsty. As soon as the fight began, it was to the death. Leonardo wielding the katana was not holding back. Neither was Raphael, but that guy never holds back. Even Michelangelo was going crazy. But then they realized that the Shredder let them get their licks in, and he started chopping them up one by one. First, Donatello. Next, Raphael, who we actually found entertaining because he had the fire. But still, he got knocked the hell out. Leonardo, the most dangerous, came in for the kill, but he got dropped until Donatello pulled up because, yeah, the Shredder betrayed him. He sent Bebop and Rocksteady to kill him. He had a lot of energy. Shredder said, and bruh, he knocked him back. So quickly, it was funny. Raphael, filled with rage, came back again. And again, the Shredder was impressed. Join my side. Raphael said, fuck no. He said, alright, I return your size back to you. He stabbed him in the leg. He had defeated all turtles but one, Michelangelo. And Michelangelo, well, you know he's more talented than his brothers. He got the most licks in until the Shredder said, nah, you good, but you not that good. Now, the masters were going to fight. And as we know, Master Splinter ain't no sucker. Wielding the weapons of his sons, he fought. I mean, he got dropped each time. His tenacity was strong. Every time he got dropped, he just picked up another weapon and fought until he reached the katanas. Now, the Shredder was foolish for this because he let him fight with defensive weapons. Now he was at the katana. This was never going to end well, especially because Master Splinter revealed he was never afraid of the Shredder. He just didn't want to kill him. Now, he had to. It took one move with the intent to kill, aimed at the Shredder's stomach, that ended him once and for all. In front of his people, in front of his sons, Master Splinter had ended this fight. And the Shredder, well, he took the warrior's death. Getting ready for Sopaku, he looked at his people and gave them the final message. Karai, your loyalty and strength, well, they frightened me. If I was ever harsh or brutal towards you, I apologize. It was from a place of pride. My beloved, I will be back. Remember that. I expect no less, my dragon warrior. And just like that, he lost his head. Yeah, Master Splinter ain't no joke. The night was over, but it wasn't really over. Because now he was the highest rank. He was the only Junin left. So, she gave him the foot, because that was the deal. It was his place to deny it, but he took it, because Karai said she needed to learn. Michelangelo said, fuck this shit, I'm out. He couldn't watch his father become the leader of the foot. Nah, he was gone. The day was over. Shredder was gone. And Master Splinter, well, he was now the leader of the foot. He mourned his brother, but we see that the city was now technically his. Now we fast forwarded a little bit into his reign as the leader of the foot. Karai was back and she wanted the foot back. She brought some assistants from Japan, some of them very, very much dangerous. She came back with a vengeance, taking away Master Splinter's right-hand woman. Now Jenny had become a friend, so they couldn't just let her die. Leonardo made a choice to infuse his blood with hers, causing her to mutate, forming the fifth turtle. Karai was on a bloody mission, but it wasn't just her. The whole city was about to burn because a bunch of mutants unleashed a mutagen bomb, morphing every single person in the vicinity into mutants. Oh, and yeah, the Shredder was being forced back to life, causing chaos and unleashing a dragon in the middle of New York City. Master Splinter made the choice. He believed in his brother's redemption, especially because his brother was the only one that was able to stop the dragon. So, a life for a life. He gave his life for the resurrection of the Shredder. So yes, the Shredder is back. But this also meant Master Splinter was dead. Hopefully his sacrifice was not in vain, because the Shredder seemed like a changed man. He actually let the turtles mourn. R.I.P. Splinter. Regardless, I'm not done, because the story still continues, and I plan to feed you guys every single step of the way. Disregard the Armageddon games, I'm not covering that. It's too massive, too convoluted. If you want to read that, go have fun.